Hi, Jeff Jonas here, founder and CEO of Senzing. I'm sitting here with Will Layton, our head of sales and leader of our public sector business, which is doing really well, actually. It's fabulous. Will, what are you seeing and what's going on over there in public sector?
We hit use cases mostly around bad guy hunting, fraud, people trying to misuse the system, and even some other really cool use cases of forced labor, people building stuff outside the country, trying to bring it in where forced labor was involved.
So in this forced labor example, what would be like the role of entity resolution in there? Like what kinds of data and what's happening?
Well, so the people that are trying to obfuscate themselves so that to hide where this is coming from, we take third-party data sources, like Cyari and others that we've used in the past. We merge it with data that the government has so that we can see and find the ones that are hiding so that we can block those from coming into the country. That's really Senzing's expertise in entity-centric learning, finding those hidden, non-obvious relationships to solve that problem.
And when Will says we, he does not mean like we're getting any data. He's talking about we collective, like our partner, the government entity that is then doing this.
We partner with the government to help them do that.
Yes. Yeah. So the data is not flowing
in
to
their
us.
data center.
Yeah. And I think that's really a key point because in all these bad guy hunting missions, the entity resolution role is about helping find when two people are trying to not be caught. I mean, they're trying to not be caught. They've created two identities or more, and it's really all one entity.
Yeah.
They're on the list. They don't want you to find them, so they don't use the same name, address, and passport.
And may just use one common thing like a phone number or an email address that ties it all back together. So absolutely, that's really the power of Senzing in such use case.
To go further about that, now and then they don't use a single attribute. But I think I've heard about a story where it took additional third, fourth, fifth, sixth records to show up to collapse it down into one. Really tricky people.
In fact, we had to add like 11 different data sources, and when the 11th data source was joined in, somebody got up in the room and says, "I've got to go deal with this right now." You see that. It's amazing that the more data you put in Senzing, the smarter we get.
That's exciting.